The idea of uniting North America into a single economic powerhouse is as bold as it is transformative. With Bulgaria and Romania recently joining the European Union, they showcase the strength that comes from collaboration, boosting their economies and creating stronger currencies. Yet here in North America, rather than working toward unity, political leaders seem more focused on conflict. Take the recent public spat between Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who recently announced his resignation,
I intend to resign,
and Elon Musk as an example. Trudeau bluntly declared on microblogging site X, "There isn't a snowball's chance in hell that Canada would become part of the United States," adding that current partnerships already benefit both nations. Musk's sharp response? "Girl, you're not the governor of Canada anymore." This type of rhetoric, reminiscent of Trump's brash style, only widens the divide between nations. What if instead of verbal sparring, these countries look to the European Union as a model? The EU's shared currency and trade policies have proven that economic unity can create unprecedented strength. Imagine a unified North America, Canada, Mexico, and the US, with a single currency and streamlined economic collaboration. Could this be the key to transforming the global economy? In this video, we'll explore the potential benefits, challenges, and what it would take to make this ambitious vision a reality. Stay with us, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Economy Explorer so you don't miss a single insight into this fascinating topic. Why a North American Union makes economic sense. The power of a unified currency. Imagine walking into a store in Mexico, Canada, or the United States and paying with the same currency. This single step could eliminate exchange rate risks, lower transaction costs, and make cross-border trade more seamless. For businesses, a unified currency means predictable costs and pricing, fostering an environment ripe for investment and growth. The European Union experienced this transformation with the euro. Before its introduction, trade between EU countries often faced hurdles due to fluctuating exchange rates. With the euro, trade within the region increased significantly, strengthening economies and creating jobs. Now, think of what this could mean for North America, a region already deeply interconnected through trade. The introduction of a shared currency could unlock untapped potential and drive economic progress on an unprecedented scale. A larger and more competitive market. The economies of Canada, Mexico, and the United States are already intertwined, with trillions of dollars exchanged annually. But what if these nations combine their resources to create a unified market? By eliminating trade barriers and integrating industries, North America could rival the European Union and China in economic influence. Businesses would have access to a massive consumer base, leading to economies of scale and reduced production costs. Additionally, the combined market strength would attract global investments, making North America a hub of innovation and economic power. For example, industries like automotive manufacturing and technology could see exponential growth with streamlined supply chains across borders. This collaboration wouldn't just benefit large corporations. Small and medium-sized enterprises would also gain access to new markets, boosting local economies. Enhancing workforce mobility. Currently, stringent immigration policies often hinder the free movement of workers between Canada, Mexico, and the United States. A North American Union could change that by creating a framework for labor mobility, allowing skilled workers to move where they're needed most. This would address labor shortages in key sectors while providing workers with better opportunities. For instance, a Canadian engineer could seamlessly work on a project in Silicon Valley, or a Mexican agricultural worker could fill critical gaps in Canada's farming industry. The European Union's success with labor mobility demonstrates how such policies can reduce unemployment and enhance productivity. By fostering collaboration rather than competition for talent, North America could unleash its full economic potential. Strength in unity. Beyond individual benefits, a unified North America could wield significant collective power in global trade negotiations. Together, these nations would form one of the largest economic blocs in the world, with unparalleled leverage to secure favorable trade deals and influence global economic policies. This would ensure that North America remains a dominant player on the world stage, capable of shaping the future of the global economy. Current challenges and Trump-Musk influence. Economic disparities and structural barriers. While the concept of a North American Union sounds promising, significant challenges stand in the way. One of the most pressing issues is the economic disparity between Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Canada and the U.S. boast advanced economies with high GDPs, while Mexico faces challenges such as a lower average income and less developed infrastructure. Integrating these economies would require enormous investments in Mexico's growth and development to ensure that all three nations benefit equitably. Furthermore, structural barriers such as differing tax systems, labor laws, and regulatory standards complicate efforts to create a cohesive economic framework. These disparities are not just economic hurdles, but political ones, as they require significant compromise and collaboration from all sides. The Trump effect, bold but divisive. U.S. President Donald Trump, who will officially take office on January 20th's influence on North American relations, cannot be ignored. Known for his ambitious promises and unapologetic rhetoric, Trump's America First approach often alienated neighboring nations. His renegotiation of NAFTA into the USMCA showcased his ability to secure deals, but it also revealed his confrontational style. While Trump's boldness appeals to some, it often creates an atmosphere of distrust and resistance among international leaders. For instance, his comments about Mexico's role in immigration and trade were seen as inflammatory, sparking backlash and complicating efforts for deeper collaboration. This divisive approach continues to influence political discourse in North America, making unity an even greater challenge. Musk's provocative style, a new challenge. Elon Musk, once celebrated as a visionary entrepreneur, has adopted a communication style reminiscent of Trump's brashness. His recent comments on microblogging site X, dismissing Canada's leadership, reflect this shift. While Musk's influence in technology and innovation is undeniable, his provocative remarks risk undermining diplomatic relationships. Musk's growing political visibility, combined with his tendency to stir controversy, complicates efforts to foster trust and collaboration between North American nations. For example, his public exchange with Justin Trudeau showcased how quickly economic discussions can devolve into personal attacks, detracting from meaningful progress. Political resistance and national identity. Beyond individual personalities, political resistance to a North American Union remains strong. National identity plays a significant role, with leaders like Trudeau emphasizing sovereignty and independence. His declaration that Canada would never become part of the United States highlights the deep-seated reluctance to compromise national autonomy. This sentiment is echoed in Mexico, where historical tensions with the U.S. make the idea of unity a sensitive topic. Overcoming these political and cultural barriers requires a shared vision that emphasizes mutual benefits while respecting individual identities. Until these divisions are addressed, the path to a unified North America will remain fraught with challenges. Lessons from the European Union. Overcoming historical divides. When the European Union was first conceived, Europe was a continent deeply divided by history, culture, and conflict. The aftermath of 2 world wars left scars that many believed were irreparable. However, leaders of the mid-20th century, such as Jean Monnet and Robert Schuman, envisioned a different future, one where economic cooperation would pave the way for peace. By focusing on shared interests like coal and steel production, these leaders created the foundation for what would become the EU. North America could learn from this by identifying mutual economic goals that benefit all parties, transcending political and cultural differences. But how did the EU build on this foundation? That's where the role of institutions and collaboration comes into play. Institutions that build trust. The EU's success is largely attributed to its robust institutions, such as the European Commission and the European Central Bank. These bodies ensure transparency, enforce agreements, and provide a platform for dialogue among member states. For North America, establishing similar institutions would be vital. A North American Union Commission could oversee trade agreements, labor policies, and economic initiatives, ensuring that all nations have a voice. Imagine an impartial body mediating disputes and fostering cooperation. This could prevent the kind of rhetorical clashes we see today. But beyond institutions, what about the tangible economic benefits the EU has delivered? Economic gains from unity. Since its inception, the EU has demonstrated the power of economic unity. The introduction of the euro, for example, simplified trade, increased investment, and strengthened member economies. In fact, studies show that trade between EU countries has grown by over 30% since the adoption of the euro. North America could replicate this success by creating a unified currency, eliminating trade barriers, and harmonizing regulations. This wouldn't just benefit large corporations, it would empower small businesses and foster innovation across the region. Yet, despite these advantages, achieving unity is no small feat. What sacrifices were necessary for the EU to succeed, and could North America make similar compromises? Balancing sovereignty and integration. One of the EU's greatest challenges was balancing national sovereignty with collective decision-making. Member states had to relinquish some control over policies like trade and immigration to achieve broader economic benefits. This required significant trust and a shared vision for the future. For North America, this would mean addressing deep-seated fears of losing national identity while emphasizing the shared benefits of unity. Could Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. find common ground in areas like trade and innovation without compromising their unique identities? These are questions worth exploring. Charting a path to unity. As we stand on the threshold of a new era, it's clear that North America has immense untapped potential. The examples set by the European Union offer a roadmap for unity through shared economic goals and trust building. Despite geographical proximity and established trade relationships, Canada, Mexico, and the United States continue to let political disagreements and national pride obstruct their path to deeper integration. As we stand on the threshold of a new era, it's clear that North America has immense untapped potential. The examples set by the European Union offer a roadmap for unity through shared economic goals and trust building. Despite geographical proximity and established trade relationships, Canada, Mexico, and the United States continue to let political disagreements and national pride obstruct their path to deeper integration. One cannot help but wonder, how much stronger could these nations be if they worked together? How much wealth and innovation are we leaving on the table? The vision of a North American Union is not without challenges, but it's a dream worth striving for. Imagine a continent where economies flourish, businesses collaborate seamlessly across borders, and individuals are free to pursue opportunities without being hindered by artificial barriers. The lessons from the EU make it clear that unity doesn't mean sacrificing individuality. It means amplifying strengths through collaboration. North America needs bold leadership willing to set aside differences for the greater good, and a population that recognizes the transformative power of unity. The road ahead is not easy, but the potential rewards are too great to ignore. It's up to citizens of these nations to advocate for policies that promote economic cooperation, to challenge leaders resistant to collaboration, and to envision a better, united North America. History proves that the greatest achievements arise from those who dare to dream big and then take action to realize those dreams. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the possibilities of a North American Union. If this vision resonates with you, let us know in the comments and join the conversation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Economy Explorer to continue exploring transformative economic ideas. Before you go, check out one of our other videos on the screen. We promise it's just as fascinating. Your engagement drives our mission forward, and we're grateful to have you as part of our channel.